we received a Rugby League Forever DM. It looks like someone has sent some information on a potential damage control strategy for the Tigers.
So I'm looking at a pitch deck here. A cultural rebrand proposal. Confidential, not for distribution. Okay. I feel sick. The rebrand names the Cure, the Pride. I feel really ill. Oh, that's a rebrand of the Excellence Centre. This is good shit, man. We've got Uppy Coruscant and we've got Adam Dewey. Ooh, 2 leaders there. Is this a troll?
No.
Someone's leaked this to you?
Yes, this looks like it could be a genuine play.
Okay, there is not a single person that takes themselves seriously when they read this alone and they know where the club is at the moment, would not roll their eyes or feel sick to their stomach. Welcome back to another episode of Rugby League Forever's podcast, brought to you by Bet365 Injury Protection. If your player goes down injured before half-time, the odds of your multi or same-game multi are recalculated, keeping your bet alive. There's a lot going on in the rugby league world, including who is the next New South Wales coach. There was some interesting results from the weekend and some horseshit ones. There's a few storylines flying around, including some media versus players clash. So we're going to break all that down. Alex, how are you, mate?
I'm good. What have you got for me? Just
okay, so
just do it.
Before recording this week, I said to Alex I was going to drop something on him. Because I remembered something from a long way back. You may not know this, but we've known each other for probably a decade or more.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a ChatGPT thread loaded up right now, and I prompted it, defend me for anything.
Okay, it's not even that bad.
So whatever you,
But you
I'm
know
ready
how,
for whatever
it's
you
just
say.
like if you're a regular listener or watcher of our show, you would know that Alex Sumsky didn't invite me to his wedding, and I didn't have any bitterness about that, but I did remember it. And then I remembered something else. So my wife and I celebrated our 10-year anniversary in June 4th, if you must know. And then I was walking the other day and a thought hit me.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
I known Alex quite a while and invited him to my wedding, and he RSVP'd yes. And then I realized he didn't come to my wedding. He said yes, and I gave up 2 chairs, 2 seats at this wedding. I don't know how much ahead it was. Let's say it was $250 a head.
Oh.
And where were you? I know you cut my paychecks now, but where were you on my wedding day 10 years ago?
So a memory just came flooding back. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
ChatGPT can't help you here, buddy.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
So, remind me the date of your wedding again.
June 4.
In 20...
Well, 10 years ago.
2016.
Mm-hmm. It was a storm. Were you a bit scared of the weather?
No. I wasn't scared of the weather. There was
It'll be good, guys.
There was a reason that I couldn't come.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it was, but I remember that I still went onto your registry and got you a gift.
Man, thanks so much for the gift. I'm not really a gifts person, but I appreciate that.
Well, can you not be a gifts person and have a registry?
When
at the
you
same
bought
time?
the gift, was there a message saying, "Hey, I'm really sorry, I'm not going to make it today"?
I can't remember.
No, there wasn't. So, boom.
Oh, you know
Power
what?
Dynamics, it's 2-0 to me.
Now I'm going.
He does cut my paycheck, so there's a.
I'm going to
He
spend.
always has the power.
I'm going to spend the next week, and I'm going to think of something.
And cool.
There'll be something that I'll be able to muster up. I'm sure if I put my mind to it.
Yeah. Okay.
But that is that. Did you say 2-0?
2-0. Yeah.
You love 2-0. You're obsessed with 2-0. It's
Well,
always 2-0. You're 2-0 on everyone.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Apparently,
Yeah.
That's the metric. That's just the number.
That's it. Game over. So this is 3. Dead rubber.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. I love that you wanted to intentionally put me on the back foot
That's
to
smart.
start this. Getting into something not your wedding related.
Okay.
It's not all about you all
Yeah.
the time.
That's hard for me to understand, but okay.
How about, did you see the Danny Wilder reporting? I mean, we didn't see all of the information on this. We just saw his tweet.
Yeah.
But talking about how basically the crackdown on the conflict of interest, the Gus Gould rule.
Yeah.
And then also the management, it looks like, and I don't want to speak out of turn or categorize it in a way that it's not intended to be, but it seemed as though it looks like they're looking to crack down on potentially negative coverage, or things that would put the game in disrepute technically.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? This media cop sort of
Yes,
approach.
the media cop was the term that Wilder used. So for our audience that might have missed this story, so Danny Wilder broke a story on his Sunday column describing a new official that will occur when the new broadcast deal comes into place, which I think is 2028. It's a media. The role of this person is the major role is to look at the conflicts of interest between media personalities and the clubs or if they're an agent, and make sure that they're towing the line, that they are not allowing a conflict of interest to occur, because we know in the rugby league world it's incestuous with clubs and player agents. So I actually thought that part was a good call, and they're appointing someone to really officiate that and adjudicate that. And then it ends up with it goes to an independent, and I put that in quotation marks because what does independent mean in the NRL? But that person could end up losing their job. But where Danny Wilder broke something that was much more salacious was that it would also include negative commentary. So if someone that is commentating on the game is too negative, the NRL ultimately has the opportunity, through an independent process, to remove that person from their role. So essentially, if you distill that down, and we don't know if this is fully true or if this was a testing the waters from the NRL, it's only Danny Wilder's story at the moment, but it could mean if you speak negatively about the game and you're a commentator or analyst within one of the broadcasters, so Channel 9, Fox, or a radio program, you actually could end up losing your job. So that's what that media cop story is that negative coverage of the game could lead an analyst or a commentator to end up losing their job.
Do you think it's sort of fair game if it's with regards to like podcasters, YouTubers, content creators who are getting access to footage rights without having to pay licensing fees? So then therefore they get access to the content. They can still do what they do, but then there is like a kill switch if it veers into a territory that the NRL deems unproductive, given that they're offering up their rights at no cost. Does that change it a little bit? Like,
I'm okay. I guess what I'm like, I
because you'll
understand
fall
it's a
under
commercial product.
this framework potentially.
I know. Well, I do have a vested interest here, but my interest is more about free speech and also like it's a bad strategy. It's a bad strategy to silence dissent and criticism because you almost eliminate your ability to properly improve. And so I did a take on this online when this news broke. I put it out there. You would not believe, and I am not embellishing here, the number of high-profile media personalities in the rugby league space that were in my DMs going, this is crazy. This power dynamic makes us concerned. We cannot like, share, or comment on this post even though we agree with it because we are afraid of the power of the NRL when it comes to this stuff.
But what can you really do about a situation like that when you love the game so much? It's never going to go away. Like, you're never going to not have access. Like, the media aren't going to just stop talking about it, in protest because it's, they can't talk about it the way they want to. So is it kind of a thing where the NRL can really sort of do what they want?
Well, isn't that the problem? Like, I think that's a serious problem that the NRL could just do whatever they want. Now, I'm not saying that's in place right now, but it is a growing concern amongst people who are more aware of the governance of the NRL and the ARLC that there's just the power dynamic has shifted too far in the organisation's favour and particular positions. Now, of course, to prevent risk of defamation, I'm not suggesting anybody or any position particularly, but there is a growing concern about the power dynamic that certain people in the NRL administration have, and that includes this media cop rule. So they believe it. They actually believe that it could be enacted. Of course, they're going to silence their dissent because they want to keep their job. But that's crazy to me. That's crazy that the NRL is that insecure about a product that's absolutely succeeding.
It seems to not really be an NRL thing as much as it is like an Australian sports thing. Like, when you compare, you can't really say the NRL is bush league, but sometimes some of the decisions that get made. I mean, we caught up with someone recently who mentioned that all of rugby league is really just getting held together with duct tape and paper clips. It could burst at the seams at any given moment and all fall apart. That's how fragile it is. Yeah. So it is bush league in a sense, but a lot of these bush league decisions, I mean, it's made in Australian sports everywhere. The NBL had a massive problem for this for a very long time, and I don't know to what extent they still do. We don't have any sort of professional relationship with them, but in the past it was like, it was you only could say certain things, and it always had to be positive, and you basically needed to be just shilling this propaganda on to help them get TV rights, and it was about supporting and building up the game. But then you cross-reference that with American sports, NBA, MLB, NFL. These guys they know that actively certain reporters, stations, publications, whatever, are going to be highly critical of their players, of their administrators or the commissioners or whoever, and they let them in and they give them unrestricted access, and it's just whatever goes.
Well, and that's where it's fragile, because you're trying to think that the only thing that matters is the image of the game, and you can, and then because that's the defense, you can defend or hide a lot of really questionable policy decisions, such as this media cop role. Doesn't it help the game, though, when criticism is happening, when feedback is occurring, when people feel free to speak? And the other thing that I think gets missed a lot here is because Peter V'landys has been so successful in hustling a deal for the NRL, and it's amazing. Full credit to him for being an amazing salesman, an amazing negotiator to deliver a product that's so valuable that you get billions of dollars into the game. But rugby league is more than just its commercial value. There's the integrity of the competition. There's the integrity of the game. There's the quality of footy being played. So we cannot have a media cop that silences dissent, because dissent and feedback about actually the state of the game and the quality of the game is necessary to improve the game. Because whilst things are really great now in the NRL world and ARLC, what if a new person comes into power? What if a new person gets a position? What if their motivations are not always sincere or true? There needs to be power structures that prevent them from just doing whatever they want and silencing people who disagree with them.
Did you feel like so obviously that's a problem, but what about the conflict of interest part?
I love that idea. I think totally there needs to be more accountability.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to say, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like there's merits to the role. I just think its scope needs to be limited to that specific area, not about negative coverage. Just harden up. It is crazy. Like you said, like the more I peek behind the curtain of the rugby league landscape and world, you would not believe how juvenile and insecure it is. It's almost like the playground, where it's like they just want this kid to like them. And I'm talking all the way up to high power positions. Everyone just wants someone else's approval. It's crazy.
You want to be able to freely say that last round was shit.
Exactly. And it was so disappointing because my team wasn't playing. So I was looking forward to just like enjoying footy and not having any angst. And almost all the footy was crap. Like, I'm not saying some teams didn't play really great. It just wasn't exciting footy.
Don't you think as well, it's crazy that in that round, we literally saw two contenders for two of the worst games that have ever been played in rugby league history?
Yeah, the Roosters, Cowboys, and the Eels, Tigers. Yeah.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
I still think the worst game I've ever seen was the 2022 game between the Titans and Tigers that finished 8-6 to the Titans. Because that's the worst game in the history of existence.
It was bad. It was definitely bad. Can I say? Yeah. So I remember that game. I remember hating it.
Yeah.
I said to Drew, crazy how the Tigers are a part of two of the worst ever. But one thing that I felt, and correct me if I'm wrong, when I watched that 2022 game, even though no one scored any try and it was like 78th minute or something, it was like a little bit of a nail biter in the way that they were kind of like trying to really defend super hard. And obviously, offensively, no one could put it together. But for the difference between that and the Tigers game on the weekend, when I was thinking of like, where is its place in history of worst games? There was more errors in that game, more missed tackles, more ineffective tackles, worse completion. I was like, was this a worse, harder to watch game?
No, okay, so I hear exactly what you're saying. It was 34 errors. It was that, which is way more errors than that 2022 game. The reason why this game doesn't go down the worst in history, because at least it was exciting. Yeah. Like, there were line break. It was just laughable. The drop ball from Josh Addo-Carr with open field when you were the fastest man on the field.
What?
It was just like, at least things were happening. And it was just comical how many errors Parramatta made. And then I think it was James Graham on the buy round was like, and then when Parramatta had the chance to seal the game with a drop goal, or tie the game with a drop goal, they made the wrong move and won from the wrong move. Like, it was laughable. At least it was exciting to watch. Like, what's the next dumb thing that's going to happen? Whereas that Tigers-Titans game was more like, what's the next boring thing that was going to happen?
That game had me stressed out of my mind. I was standing up and down. I was pulling my hair out. But then there was actually more talking points in it than I actually initially thought, because so many things were swirling around in my mind. One of the things I was thinking midway through the game, and I've never thought this. I've never ever had this thought cross my mind where I wasn't joking before.
Yeah.
And for the first time ever, I'm watching it and I'm thinking, is this revenge? Is Adam throwing the game? Is this revenge for a bit there?
Yeah.
Even when he like just threw it out on the full and he's just like laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is this a troll? Is it a G-up? Is Luai in on it? Is he already started playing for Parramatta? And then I'm starting to think, is Luai in playing this game thinking, fuck me dead, this is my team.
Yeah, I'm playing with these guys.
Jesus
the
Christ.
only team worse than my team right now is these guys.
You'd walk in the locker room
To be fair, Dewey's second half is pretty good. Like if if he gets that cutout ball right to Buller and it's only a fraction off, we might be talking about a different game.
I was,
it was bad footy. Let's not try and defend it. It was horrifying footy.
Drew said to me that he's only good Dewey as a half when he's playing for himself. Like good, he unlocks himself.
Yeah.
But then even when he had to get that pass out to Taruva, it was like, I thought that it was actually a good in the moment when I watched the game.
Yeah, it looked like a cracker.
Thought it was a great cutout pass, and that was on Taruva for not finishing, which was just like.
But it did go a bit behind him.
But then Drew pulls it up. He pulls the clip up for me. I rewatch it. It was dog shit. It was really
dog shit.
No, you need to watch it again. Yeah, in live, you think it's not that
times,
bad.
But
well, a fifth.
It's a hard ball to make. It's also left to right. So I think this would more say, hey, maybe we were just a lot of fans were a bit too quick to esteem the value and quality of Adam Dewey. Like, he's a good player, but he's not a top player.
Okay, it's a tough one because I've seen him play a lot. That was in my estimation, bad representation of him as a player. He's played many, many, many other better games. It was a bad comeback game, and even his bad game was still
second
good
half was okay
compared to the rest of the team.
Yeah, he was better in the second half. Yeah,
you can't watch that though and think that he was the fourth best Tiger in the team. Like, he's the fourth best player.
Yeah, I can.
Why
wouldn't I?
What 3-4 players or 3 players were better than him that game?
But I don't judge who the best player is off one game.
Well, you just did with Adam.
No, I didn't. I just said it goes to show that he's not that great as we think.
Off one game?
Well, he's number 4.
He's played better games.
Yeah,
many
100%.
games.
Yeah,
I was
that many though. I think people are overinflating how well he started this season.
I don't know. I don't know if we're over. Are you really? Okay, so you said to me
Let me throw some things at you. Fox Sports came out with like a thing of like
yes.
at the start of that round that he was the best halfback in the game.
No, so
he was
hold on
he
before
influenced the scoreline the most out of any halfback. I have so many people in my comments saying Adam Dewey is a top 3 halfback, and then all the noise about the Tigers their best players just walked out on the club. That's the narrative I'm pushing against. It sounds like I hate Dewey. I just don't think he's as good as everyone is esteeming him to be. That's it. I'm saying he's a good player. The only really wow Adam Dewey in the last half decade, maybe more, is the first 7 games of this season.
My thought on it was when you said my mind went back to like last week, I think it was, or even the week before, one of the two, where you said Dewey's played like 7 good games.
Yeah. I hold true to that.
Then that's those 7. They only won 9, and the 7 that he played good, they won, and he was a major factor for them actually getting wins.
For the Tigers to win well, their halfback should play good. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But his job is to play good every week and to be the best. Like, that's if we're esteeming him highly, then he should be at that standard every week, and he just hasn't been, and he gets injured too much.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. He's not the best halfback in the competition.
I think he was so close to Origin. I'm not trying to dismiss. I think he would have been a well-deserved 19th man at Origin, and the injury betrayed him. But I'm just trying to go, hey, he's just not. He's not that good. That's it. That's all I'm trying to say.
When you watched that game, did you think Adam was better or Terrell May was better?
I think in the second half, Adam was better. I thought Adam was pretty bad in the first half. But we're probably going to drill down into a hyper-specific example where not one person will come away from that game going, I'm pretty good. Except,
Yeah.
one person?
Yes.
Jordan Samrani.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's a great player. I
Yeah.
think I've hammered the Eels recruitment and how they've been managing and recruiting players and their junior talent. I don't know where Samrani came from. I think he came up through their system. I'm not 100% sure. But he's just actually an excellent player. He's still young, strong, hits the line hard, tackles hard. One of those guys that is putting in maximum effort. Deserved his try on the weekend. Did he get disallowed? I think he got that try. Anyway.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I think Samrani is actually going to end up being a really great player.
I don't even want to talk about the Eels because I'm just like,
Yeah.
it kind of doesn't even matter who's good and who's not because the future is so bleak right now that I'm like, it's much of a muchness.
Eels fans would disagree, but they're in some delusion, I think.
Yeah, my key takeaway from that was, though, that I did start to wonder whether this game was just being intentionally sabotaged.
Yeah.
and what must be going through Jerome's head as
that
in the lock. Like, if you're in the sheds, you just be like, what is my future? I was a 4-time premiership winner. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm still...
I mean, his pillow's got cash in it, but yeah. He's
maybe
loaded.
I remember I still keep coming back to this one quote where he was like, it keeps playing in my mind because I think that this is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy to a certain extent. I think we could see a scenario here in which the Tigers are wooden spooners.
Yes, I think it's unlikely, but it's possible. Yeah,
it's possible. Yeah. And with Jerome, his quote where he he was like, well, the silver lining was like, I've left this club in a better place was the sentiment. At least we're not getting spoons. To then leave with a spoon, I think would be
that would be good.
That's got to be
poetic justice or cruel irony.
Yes. The other shit game, but not for both sides. Roosters, Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I have a different take to every take I've heard on this Roosters Cowboys game. Everyone's saying the Cowboys were just terrible. They were embarrassing and it was shameful and that was one of the most diabolical performances from a team in history. Verifiably, statistically, that's true. I really did think, though, the Roosters were insane that first 20 minutes. They looked like a top 2 team. They looked like one of the best teams in the comp. It had all clicked together. There had been 6 weeks where the Roosters had won all these games, but actually hadn't played great, which is what good teams do. They win games playing badly. That was the Roosters playing great. That first 20 minutes, it gets lost that it actually was a contest. But the Cowboys were trying, they were putting in the effort, but the Roosters were just unbelievably dominant. Their forward pack, their ruck speed, their line speed, their passes for their backs, their crazy plays were all coming off. It actually was a statement from the Roosters more than it was an abomination from the Cowboys. Yes, they played bad. That Robert Toya try was embarrassing where he just runs from the scrum and he's like, oh, I'm on the try line now, try. But I actually think the biggest story should be how good the Roosters were.
Yeah, they that kind of solidified in my mind that they're probably grand finalists.
Yeah,
with a performance like that.
Yeah. Well, okay, this is so did you see Dean Ritchie's article about the only 2 teams can win it now? He's already called it Penrith and Roosters.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
but
no, I don't agree. I think the Sharks actually look amazing.
No. Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you know what I saw when I was watching the Roosters and their forward pack? I thought, wow, they're playing like the Sharks have been. Not wow, the Roosters are great. Their forward packs and their ruck speed is like what the Sharks is.
That's interesting. The Sharks are. You can't say anything about the Sharks because they're obviously on an incredible stretch.
Correct. Yeah. So what you're trying to say is I'm right.
So you are right in that right now. If we want to be prisoners of the moment, sure. Like I'm happy to. But I look at past performance.
That's a great dig, prisoner of the moment. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I
just want to honor that. Great burn.
Thank you. But I honestly feel like everything that I've seen from the Sharks, I don't know if I can remember a time. I remember, I feel like, and again, I'm happy to be wrong about this, but I do feel as though we've witnessed stretches like this from the Sharks previously.
Yeah.
Perhaps even better.
No.
You don't think so?
No, this is the best Sharks I've seen.
It could be revisionist. Okay. All right.
and on that, they have beaten 5 top 8 teams.
Yes.
So, and they now have a very easy run into finals.
Yes.
So, but they're a confidence and momentum team. So it's a perfect scenario for them just to keep dialing it in, dialing it in, dialing it in. I agree with the sentiment that the Sharks have never shown that they can make it to a grand final. I'm saying this looks like a team, though, that should be in it. I think the 2 best teams in the comp right now, form-wise,
Yes.
Roosters and Sharks. I know we're going to see Penrith in the final, but I think we would be short-sighted or relying on the past to just write off the Sharks. They look different. Nico looks different.
He is moving.
The Trindle and Nico combo looks better. The ruck speed. Brayley has gone to another level.
Yes.
Kennedy is on fire. The forwards are fearsome. Adam Fanua-Blake's come back from Origin as a bully. They just look good.
I have a theory, and we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah.
My personal theory on this is that there is always going to be like a regression to the mean for a lot of these teams, and I know exactly where the Sharks' mean is.
No. Yes.
And it's lower than where the Roosters are and Penrith are right now. Is my opinion. From
You
everything
mean the mean of that club, not the mean of the competition?
Yes.
Okay. No. Just no. If we want to be prisoners of the moment, sure.
No, you can't. You don't get to use the burn so quickly. You need at least.
I
an
like
episode.
it though.
No,
you learn
need...
a thing, you immediately apply it. And I'm just getting used to using it. I like it. The Sharks. I got so distracted by trying to burn you and roll you up, which I succeeded in doing. The Sharks mean, the Roosters mean, I've seen, what the Roosters mean is when they revert to their mean, errors galore, missed tackles galore. Give it to Teddy and that's it. And then if Teddy's a bit stressed and nervy, there's panicky passes, stupid runs, and they get flogged. So I actually think the mean for the Roosters is lower than the Sharks, and I don't think the Sharks are going to have an opportunity where they do revert to the mean because of their run home.
But see, this is what I worry about because I always feel like the teams that, and I don't just have this opinion for NRL, I have this across like all professional sports that I watch.
Yep.
Your pathway to a grand final or an NBA finals or a whatever finals, so much of the time can depend on how it builds and how the competition is sort of like stacked in this way that is just right. It's just enough pressure at the right time. You can continue to sort of like build on it until you have your toughest game when you need it, but you've had enough preparation in the lead up. I hate the teams that build up this, all of this momentum on the back end of a regular season when they're playing mediocre, out of contention teams. They build up a whole lot of confidence. Then they face a real team and they kind of get lulled into this false sense of security to a certain extent, and they get stunned. And it's that they drop that first game and then they've got to win the next one. Then they feel the pressure. Then you start to see, this is me just hypothesizing, then you will potentially start to see the Sharks have that, they don't have that testicular fortitude historically in the way that they've needed to in order to deliver the results in those types of games. That's what I worry about.
It would have been fine just to say mental fortitude instead of testicular fortitude. But I take your point, and I'm saying that is totally a possible narrative that comes upon the Sharks, that they choke once they get into finals because they're playing hard teams. I'm just saying if there was ever a team that could really ride momentum and keep their confidence sky high, it would be the Sharks.
You don't even believe that.
No, I do.
You said if there was a team as though this is what their like track record or something.
But I'm saying it's a different.
They literally don't. They literally do the opposite of that.
Well, okay, it's still. I do feel like it's fair to say they have made a prelim. So, like, I'm not saying they've got it. I'm saying they need to prove it. So I understand that. I'm saying I'm offering a prediction. You're offering a criticism of their history. I agree with the criticism of their history. I saying it just looks and has a feel like the Sharks are different this year.
Okay, I mean. We'll know come finals. My opinion stands though. I don't like the easy runs home for teams that want to.
Well, that's what. No, I agree. Penrith will have a great conditioning coming into the finals.
Yes.
So I'm saying they may be at a disadvantage. I don't know if the Sharks can win the comp. I understand what you're saying.
But you could see them in the grand
finals. It would be better
final.
that they run into the finals is harder.
Yes.
And that they keep a top 2 position
Yeah.
because it will build confidence.
Mhm.
And you'd be more conditioned to finals footy. Agreed. That would be preferred.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they can't control the draw.
Yes, of
So
course. You got to play what's in front of you.
You can only play who's in front of you. If they keep winning, boom, 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 they could really do well.
I will say though, I'll give them their flowers. Nico and Trindle
Yep.
right now, best halves pairing
Yep.
by far and away
Killing it,
in the
eh?
competition. Like by every measurable way, they are the best. It's been great to watch.
So and like let them have it. Let them have their like. I'm probably trying to say, even though I've done it in the past, we know they've sucked at times,
Mm.
and we know that they've choked, but right now they're playing good. So forget the rest of the stuff. They're playing amazing. And if you guys, if you haven't watched the Sharks game, go and watch it. It's amazing.
Mm.
It's intimidating to see how quick their ruck speed is, to see how quick their line speed is. It's baffling how often Brayley is able to take a scoot and make easy meters or create space for his team. It's exciting to watch.
And we've got a big Friday night finals preview. Two teams. We've got Roosters Bulldogs. We've got Penrith Warriors.
Oh, it's exciting, man.
It's gonna be a good watch.
It makes last weekend, I can forget it because this weekend's going to be really exciting. Yeah.
I think I feel like the Penrith again will probably. I really think that they'll deliver a bit of pain to the Warriors. I think it'll be.
Yeah, I think so too.
It won't be a Canberra pounding, but it'll be like an ethical pounding. It'll be something.
An ethical pounding.
Yeah. It'll be something, and then on the Roosters game, I don't know. This is the one I'm so interested to see. It's a test for both teams. The Bulldogs basically need this win.
And that's what's in the Bulldogs' favour. They need the win. The Roosters don't. The Roosters have proven to the competition they're a top 4 side. The Bulldogs are trying to prove to the competition that they can even make the finals.
Mm.
So it's huge for the Bulldogs. That might come into their favour, that they're really wound up for the game. Yeah. And they're looking good. They're certainly looking very motivated and hungry, and their attack's finally starting to open up.
Yeah.
So I actually thought sorry for that hiccup. I actually thought that their performance against Melbourne was actually pretty ordinary.
Yeah.
And it's an ordinary team that they came up against.
Yes.
So I'm not convinced. I'll be much more convinced if they're able to beat the Roosters.
I feel like they won't be able to beat the Roosters. There's nothing I've seen from them in the last couple of weeks. They've gotten by, in my opinion, by the skin of their teeth a lot. Even in the ones where it felt a little bit more convincing, it just didn't as well at the same time. But at the same time, this is a true test for the Roosters too. Like they're going up against a team that's I mean, the Cowboys were supposed to be hungry.
No, I think the testing of the Roosters, personally, they've been tested. Yep. So I'm saying there's less on the line for the Roosters. They're respected now. The Bulldogs will generally have respect if they get this win. We will need to start talking about them differently. I haven't given them the respect this year based on their performances, based on their position on the ladder. But if they pull together, that would be 3 wins in a row at least. Mm-hmm. And this team is a very, very good team. So if the Bulldogs get this win against the Roosters, they're going to demand respect from the competition.
I want to keep asking you this because we've basically been on the same side of the fence for the Bulldogs.
I know where you're going. Yep.
Yeah. Are we keeping Crichton where he is?
Yeah, they have to. Now.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's a tough one because
there's my pride. And then there's what's working.
Yeah.
So my pride wants to say, no, they need a game managing 7 because there's going to be a moment where you don't have that kind of game manager and you're going to regret it and you're going to lose momentum in the game and lose a game you should win by 4 points or 2 points. However, you can't deny Crichton's doing really well.
Yeah.
Okay? So he's doing really well in that position. So, and the results from the board, I will always, even when I've had a strong opinion about a team, about a coach, about a decision, if they've got wins, then I'm wrong. That's really what it comes down to. If they're climbing the ladder based on the decisions that they've made to put Galvin at 7 and Crichton at 6, even though they're playing Crichton's actually playing halfback. If they're doing that and it's working and they're winning, okay, I'm wrong.
But one saving grace out of it is that Matt Burton at centre has been incredible.
But I mean that is true. I do think he is clearly. All this evidence to say he's one of the best centres of the game. It's crazy what happens when Matt Burton plays centre.
I know.
It simplifies his game.
Yes.
He runs hard and straight. He's making much more of an impact of the game at centre than he was at 6.
Way more.
So well done, Serraldo. He's seen the light, put Burton in there. The Bulldogs are flying. I don't know if that's the reason they're flying. I think it does have to do with Crichton having more control of the game. But I think it mostly has to do with their forwards.
Mm.
I think Kickout coming back, Preston being back. I think one player that gets completely overlooked at the Bulldogs and is beloved is Harry Hayes. Like, there's just some great forwards in that pack that are over-delivering based on the size of other packs or based on their experience. So the Bulldogs at the moment, I still feel like they didn't deserve that win last week, but, you win, you deserve the win. So if they win this week, though, I'm willing to say they're one of the form teams in the comp and could do something in finals.
I think next week we have to do a form ladder as well after
Yeah.
everything that happens this weekend.
Yeah, good.
The big one.
The big one.
Matt King announced yesterday, Blues head coach, Laurie Daly, obviously, formally, it was already sort of rumoured, but he formally stepped down. Matt, I found it pretty interesting. Matt King on a 2-year deal with an option for a third.
Yeah. Wow.
So
That's what's been reported. Okay.
I mean, that kind
That's
of
random, eh?
It means that they are not setting their sights on Cleary.
It doesn't necessarily mean that, though. It could just mean that you got to sign someone and they're not going to sign a 1-year deal. It's so disrespectful. So
is it if it's like, because I thought that maybe
they haven't locked Ivan down.
They haven't, but if you're reading the room, you're looking at, he's out and out said that that's kind of what I want to do, and it's the only thing I want to do, and I won't be coaching another club type thing. And then you've got the previous coach, Laurie, saying, you get a chance to get him, of course, like, you take it. I assume there's been subsequent conversations behind the scenes as well. There would have been dialogue.
Of course. Well,
so
otherwise, New South Wales Rugby League are doing a terrible job.
Yeah, so I wonder.
You wouldn't put past them, but anyway.
I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. But then I was thinking, like, would you just do like a 1 year with a second year option, or?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, that's
intentional.
What I would think. I would think. That's the first time I've heard the 3rd year thing. So the thing is, though, I know that what's been reported to me that Matt King has head coaching aspirations. We don't know what's going to happen with his career. He might.
Could be a Madge situation.
Correct. Correct. The awkward thing will be if he wins 2 in a row. What happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, it's like
you got to keep him.
You got to keep him.
Yeah.
You can't.
But, this is what I mean. The narrative and the fortunes have changed so much for New South Wales because it was some rumours were going around that they needed Madge Maguire back. They were so not believing that they would win that series that Madge was really on the radar. Then out of nowhere, New South Wales win the unlosable series for Queensland. And now they're like, well, we don't need to get Michael Maguire. We'll put that on ice and we'll explore our options because we're a winning state now. And now not only that, so they've won the series. They can put Matt King in under less scrutiny and they have waiting in the wings if it's needed. Michael Maguire and Ivan Cleary.
Yeah.
The narrative shifts quickly in rugby league. And you know what all Queensland have? A handshake.
Well, yes.
I've been sitting on that.
You had that one fucking loaded up. I thought it was interesting. Like, of course, it's such a New South Wales move to hire a head coach that's best friends with fucking a Queensland.
I know, and I'm hating that story.
That's such
buddies.
a us thing to do as well.
I'm hating I hate how professional Origin coaching and Origin has become. Where it's like, we're best mates and we'll just put that hat off and we'll just be coaches for 3 games a season. Even though Laurie's like, I don't hate Queensland because he's a nice guy. So I want a bit more animosity. I want ferocity. The best we got was Hudson Young saying Sam Walker's hiding on the wing. I want someone to say that guy's a dickhead. I want someone to say I hate Queenslanders. I want someone to say how do Queensland say from the New South Wales side? I want them to say Queenslanders always act like they've got a chip on their shoulder and that they're the underdog. But then why do they act so arrogant, like they're the only ones that understand Origin? I want a bit of vitriol in the game. So I am bored or dissatisfied with that Billy Slater and Matt King are such good friends.
It plays into the mind games a little bit. Like, I think about mind game potential that can come around. I mean, like, Billy knows what he's doing on that, and I just wonder what the susceptibility is going to be like.
Do you know, one thing I'm starting to shift on is, you know how we talk about Billy's a genius?
Oh, I love where this is going. I already know.
And like, Billy's just a master tactician. He's going to work the mind games of work mind games over Matt King. Well, firstly, he was rattled by Michael Maguire.
Yeah.
absolutely fundamentally to his core shook
Yes.
by the glass houses comment.
Yes.
Then his winning record against Laurie Daly is now 3-3. It's an even record. There's a certain number of deciders that he's lost at Suncorp. I agree that Billy Slater is a genius and a great tactician, but we may be overinflating him now. He might have just come back to the pack a little bit. The peloton has caught up with him.
Yeah.
He's certainly going to be an amazing coach in the game if he decides to be. But, how people are like, oh, Billy's got it all. He's so thorough and detailed. Well, that clearly hasn't made him this dominant force in the rugby league space, particularly Origin. He did lose the unlosable series.
He's getting into Freddie territory. It's coming.
Well, that's yeah. That's your take. I'm just saying Billy Slater's aura, I think that's a term the youths use. Billy Slater's aura is starting to diminish. Did I say that right?
You did. It's just you shouldn't say it. I don't know.
No, that's why I acknowledge that. Yeah.
Yeah. Grow your hair out longer, then you can say.
Oh my God, the hair jab. Holy shit. Well, let me say something to you that I've learned from my TikTok comments. I had to Google it. SYBAU.
Oh no.
Huh?
Drew, cut that. Cut that, Drew. Cut that.
It actually stands for shut your bitch ass up.
You actually didn't need to give the definition.
No, some people are older than 15 watching.
Yeah. Speaking of shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah.
Tom Dearden. That
was a good transition. I'm sorry, your transition was so good. I wanted to hurt you, but then I was observing how good your transition was.
When is the media going to shut their bitch ass up?
So Tom Dearden's story. Okay, that was really weird. There was a press conference where Tom Dearden confirms his contract.
Yeah.
There was I didn't understand this because Tom Dearden had to come out and say, "Hey, I'm staying at the Cowboys," but that's what his contract says. So if his contract says that, and we don't trust that, why are we now going to trust him saying on a press conference, "Hey, I'm staying at the Cowboys"? Like, it was a non-story, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't. When I say non-story, I mean it. Why would it fill you with confidence either way? He signed a contract 2 years ago or whatever for that extension. When he comes out now saying, "I'm staying," nothing's changed in terms of the ground that he stands on for you to feel confident in that claim. I believe him. I'm just saying that's why it's unnecessary. He just says, "What's my contract say? That's where I am." He did call out the media saying, "Can you get out of my private life? This isn't what I'm about. Stop speculating things."
Yeah.
Now, who doesn't love Tom Dearden, by the way?
Yeah, he's good. He's
one
a good man.
of the great fellas of the game. So of course I'm going to have a little jab. So I understand his frustration about the media. I do want to sometimes, it's so easy because legacy media has let rugby league fans down so much. We are so distrusting and cynical of journos and reporters, and with rightful reason to be. But they don't often get a story out of thin air. There is someone telling them something. So I think Brent Reed had a theory that a third party connected to the Dearden camp was inquiring somewhere. And that might have been all it was. It wasn't like he's going to leave. People just are always assessing the market, evaluating their situation. Maybe someone's picked up the story of his partner being pregnant, and then that's gone too far. And I fully respect Tom for calling that out.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I really took issue with.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But I do think there's probably something that rugby league fans that aren't as in touch with what goes on with the recruitment and stuff. You know how there's the rule of like you can't talk to a player till November 1?
Yes.
Their final year of contract.
Yeah.
I'm almost willing to say it's complete bullshit.
You don't.
It's happening all the time in crafty ways.
Of course.
So either a club's talking to an agent, a coach is talking to another coach, or a agent's talking to their player saying, "Hey, I could subtly make inquiries about this, and something will happen." And here's my point, and this is how you'll know I'm right in this if I'm calling it bullshit. If Herbie Farnworth ends up at the Roosters, you know that November 1 means nothing. And I feel very confident that Herbie Farnworth will be at the Roosters.
I think we both feel very confident about that
have
fact.
had it fed from two different respectable sources that's happening. But how can that be happening? Herbie can't be talked till November 1 because it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I mean, they've been riding on the back of coasters and sliding them across the table since the dawn of time.
Right. So I think maybe just like we need to accept that these stories do sometimes have merit. I'm not saying the did and one did. I'm just saying that sometimes sometimes where there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire. I think what journos and media do is inflate what the fire is. But people are inquiring all the time. Chats are happening all the time. And there's also bullshit happening all the time. So I'm not trying to... people are going to go, oh my God, he's defending the journos. No, I'm just trying to say that it's not always the case. And he would be another example that I always come back to. The Bronson Cherry story, Bulldog Richie broke that. It ended up being true, even though it was denied by the club and Cherry at the time. Like, it happens.
Before we go,
Yeah.
I've got one for you.
Okay, yes. Oh, do I need to check my phone?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, God. I'm nervous.
So...
Hey, by the way...
Yep.
Shut your bitch ass up.
No.
Okay.
No. We've got... So we you know how you get DMs sometimes, and those DMs
constant, and most of them are angry. Yeah.
When you sift through all the angry ones and you get a few tips here and there, you've had some pretty good intel, you would say, right?
I think I know where this is going. Yeah.
Over the last several months. So we received one.
You did.
We received a Rugby League Forever DM, and it looks like someone has sent some information on a potential damage control strategy for the Tigers.
Whoa.
So you know how you said, you felt like this was rock bottom for them as an organization. They've had so many rock bottoms. I've just sent it to the...
Well, what I'll just say is I'm relieved it's not about me.
It's not about you.
So
not everything's about you.
I know, but I'm a child of trauma, so my fight or flight went up. I'm always assessing situations, so I feel
I'm not sure
what the hell is this?
Have a flick through. Someone snapped some
Am I allowed to commentate?
Yeah, you can read it. You can take as long as you want. We'll trim it down.
I saw that on your computer before, and I thought you guys were doing a troll thing. So I'm looking at a pitch deck here that says West's Lions. A cultural rebrand proposal. West Tigers to West's Lions. Confidential, not for distribution. Okay. Why Lions? A tiger hunts alone. A lion hunts as a pride. I feel sick. The rebrand names the cure. The pride. I feel really ill. There's an illness that has come upon me. Oh, that's a rebrand of the Excellence Centre. This is good shit, man. We've got Uppy Coruscant and we've got Adam Dewey. Ooh, 2 leaders there. Player name. That's always good to see. Okay. The hunt comes home. The den opens at Leichhardt. The hunt comes home. The den opens at Leichhardt.
What are your
Pride
thoughts
hunts together
on the strategy?
Is this a troll?
No.
Someone's leaked this to you?
Yes, this looks like it could be a genuine plan.
Okay. If this is true, I'm not saying it is, and I didn't ask to be fed that if I can get sued somehow for reading confidential information. But this strikes me as one of those ridiculous corporate rebrandings that happen that try and change the image rather than the leadership affecting and investigating the culture.
It's just...
I want to go back. I need to now read the pitch. Because there is not a single person that takes themselves seriously when they read this alone and they know where the club is at the moment, would not roll their eyes or feel sick to their stomach. So they're saying, why make the name West Lions? A tiger hunts alone. A lion hunts as pride. That single biological fact is the entire strategic thesis. Oh my God, I'm dying. Everything that has gone wrong in this club, from the boardroom civil wars to the Balmain versus Magpies factionalism, the revolving doors of coaches and captains, the roster built on individuals rather than combinations, is the behavior of solitary animals wearing the same jersey. Wait. I want to reiterate this. This branding change, this proposed branding change, what was the rationale? Let me tell you, a tiger hunts alone, a lion hunts his pride. Why? The single biological fact is the entire strategic thesis. We're going to rebrand the entire club off a single biological fact. Outrageous, man. And I want to, I've taken the piss out of it. I can understand how someone who's done this feels really excited about it and is proud of that work. And we've obviously been set up to hammer this. Do you know why? Because the Tigers suck. Like, this isn't going to fix anything. It's like what we talked about. What needs to be fixed is leadership, is strategy, is culture, is how they deal with conflict, is how they handle their players, is how they address recruitment. It's not going to be fixed by one single biological fact.
Oh,
now, that is phenomenal. That's crazy if it's true. How confident are you in the source?
not confident. I'm not confident.
Okay, cool.
But it's
going to be a good clip.
It's a great clip.
Yeah,
we got what we needed.
Wow, that's awesome. Speaking of crazy ones that come into DMs, can I? No, I won't share it. Never mind.
What the fuck?
Well, okay, sorry.
Say it.
Rumors.
Yes.
Are we a show that does that?
Yes.
I don't want this to get clipped up.
You know, my whole career is built off rumors.
Okay, so I shared this rumor with you. Someone got into my DMs who was with one of the coaching staff of the Manly Seagulls and said to me that Tom Trbojevic had several meetings with Nick Politis and that he was going to move over to the Roosters because they're worried about how many head injuries that Teddy has. And when the person told me that the person that fed that to them was, I was like, and this person had their name to it, by the way. They have a profession in the Northern Beaches. Like, it's easy for me to call this person out and hurt their business. So they sent this to me, and I had to go follow it up.
And you did?
I did. And it got knocked back from very inner circle from Manly Seagulls.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of I guess that's where it's like, hey, where there's smoke, there's fire, and then there's just like there's crazy amounts of rumors out there.
But
who would have gone to the effort to make this West Lions thing?
I know, it's like
that's such a piss take, hey.
And then why not just send it through properly? Why take weird
photos? Yeah.
Boardroom iPhone.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. So the Turbo one's absolutely false, but the West Lions.
I mean crazy
single
crazy
biological
strategy.
fact is the basis for the entire thesis. I might make that my new Instagram bio.
It's pretty.
This
fucking...
single biological fact is the entire strategic thesis.
Yeah.
It's good, eh?
It had drew in despair yesterday.
So
despair.
Good. Well, thank you for whoever sent that in.
I wanted an organic reaction.
Yeah.
On the Turbo one. I mean, that's obviously just ridiculous nonsense.
I know, but the guy, the
Teddy
guy
is
he
the
said who told him
fullback today.
Yeah, I know. The guy who told him, very in the coaching staff. That's what he said.
Have you spoken to that coaching staff member?
No, I went a different path.
Okay.
Someone in probably closer than that coaching staff member.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it's a dead duck then.
Yeah.
That's about all. We've finished 5 minutes ahead of schedule. That's about all we've got time for.
Yeah.
We'll get straight into the Bet365 odds. Welcome back as we discuss all things odds with Bet365. We've got another good round coming up. We're coming off a really good round too.
Indeed, we are, mate.
Great performance there. We, everything from the Knights Whisperer calls.
Correct. Did you want to apologise for not backing them head-to-head in the multi?
We took them head-to-head as a single.
Yeah, single.
You're rage baiting. You're rage baiting me. You're rage baiting me. We had the single.
Yeah.
We had plus 6.5 for safety.
Yeah.
Into Maju.
Can I just say something? A ship in the harbour is safe, but that's not what ships are for.
This is you're starting to do some Tigers pitch deck stuff here with this. That's nonsense. Whatever you just said
I'm just saying you play it too safe. Yeah, it's safe in the harbour.
But
the Knights Whisperer.
You get
out
to
in the wild ocean.
Your Knights,
pulling off crazy bets.
Your Knights Whisperer status is safe.
Yeah.
Whether it's the one. In fact, it's better for your record. You've got 2 wins now.
Okay.
Off the back of that. So.
Sorry.
We had Penrith with the 13+ against Canberra, which was great. We had Kiraz, Rinakama, Bulldogs to win, but we lost on the Dolphins. Herbie Cobbo.
Yeah, because Herbie didn't score.
And he was so damn close.
Mhm.
He was right. He was right there.
Yeah.
I thought it was a foregone conclusion,
Mhm.
and then it didn't happen. This week we are focusing in on the Bulldogs Roosters game.
Yes.
We both agreed that Bulldogs have it's a test game.
Mhm.
They've got everything to play for. They actually
Yeah.
desperately need the win.
Yeah.
We've backed them in for you, and you can kind of go into your reasoning right now. We've sort of got Bulldogs plus 9.5, and we've got Kiraz to score a try.
I think the reason for that with the Bulldogs 9.5 is that they are pulling up some amazing wins against top 4 teams or very high quality teams. And they've got their great dominant power forwards back. And I believe Sitili Tupanua is coming back as well, so there's even more power off the bench. They're playing and fighting for something. There's a serious amount of motivation for the Bulldogs, whereas the Roosters are still a great team and obviously are going to be a tough team to beat. But that's why I think the line is beneficial there, because the Bulldogs are going to really make it a contest.
We also note that Daniel Tupou is not back.
Yeah, so
Tommy
there's
Talau.
the opportunity for Kiros to get a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
What were the odds of that? Yeah.
425 for that,
Yeah.
which is one of the higher ones that we've had in a couple of rounds, which is good. And then to do you one even better,
Yeah.
we can go a little bit higher on odds. Your favorite game of the round, Knights versus Raiders. Can we keep the streak alive?
What? It's going to be such an exciting game. We would just before we got on air is that the Knights and Raiders are the most exciting teams in the comp when it comes to attack. And what I mean by that, it's just chaos. It is generally going to be like watching, the games you used to love to play at school where it was just like we're pulling off crazy passes. There's an abundance of line breaks and offloads. The game's going to be manic. I think there's going to be a massive amount of points being scored. And someone who I'm liking in this kind of game where it is a bit more fractured, it's not so structured, there's going to be carnage happening, would be someone like Fletcher Sharp. It's a loose ball. It's something off the back of a play that hasn't quite worked out, but then he uses his pace and steps and weaves through to go and score. He's done that so many times this year. This is a game that's kind of set up for Fletcher Sharp, particularly if the weather conditions are good. This is going to be a high-scoring game as well.
And we thought that given the high-scoring nature of this game, we sort of estimated the line to be at about 48, 49. It's actually set at 45.5.
Really?
Yes. So pretty generous there.
Yeah.
A Fletcher Sharp try into over 45.5 gives you 475 without the boost.
Yeah.
Pretty juicy price.
Absolutely.
Another high one for us.
Take it from the Knights Whisperer.
Well, I think while we're at it,
Yeah.
why don't we just continue the Knights Whisperer streak and just go straight Knights head to head?
Yes.
To beat Canberra. It's paying over $2. We'll put the exact price up, but why not?
Yeah.
I mean, all the Knights head-to-heads have hit, except with the exception of the one that I can't remember. Was it Cowboys?
It was no Sharks, where
Sharks.
they scored more tries,
Yeah.
but didn't convert,
Yeah,
and so they lost. That's how it works. That's
yeah.
how point scoring works, folks.
unfortunate, but the Knights have just been in red-hot form. It looks like they're going to try and power home into the finals and try and be dominant. So
They got their belief back.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Two good ones there, and a third head-to-head. If you're interested, that's all we've got time for this week. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We've got another great episode lined up next week. We're going to do a in-form ladder builder
love it.
together as we head into the sort of the tougher period of the season before finals. Anything else to add?
No, thanks so much, guys. Do what the algorithm loves. Like, subscribe, and share. We're getting more and more feedback from folks. We're really grateful for that. If you've got any input or insights on what you want to see in the show, we'd love to hear it. And don't forget, Fosball lives.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.